Hatha Mixed Class 1. So please go ahead and practice the meditation first before you start the asana practice. So we're going to be coming down to the floor and practicing crow beat, Kapalabhati. So find your comfortable seat, get a nice long spine, relax the shoulders, hands into the hip creases, into chin mudra if you like, or resting to the thighs. We're going to practice it 6 times. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Slip your breath like a little crow. Okay, so breath in. Keep your eyes open. Last round. And then rest the hands and pause for a few breaths. And then we're going to be going right into Bhastrika. You can stay in your seat or change it if you like. So Bhastrika, remember the difference between the two. Bhastrika is an even breath in and out, whereas Kapalabhati is a long breath in and a quick out. So we're going to place the right hand to the belly and left hand to the floor. Totally connect to your spine. We're going to inhale and exhale through the nose. And you're going to feel the abdominals contract and movement into the throat, but the rest of the body is going to stay still. So there should be no moving around over 10. Okay? We're going to practice 3 rounds. If you need to stop sooner than I do, go ahead and then join me whenever you're ready. Okay, so let's begin. Take a breath in. That was 54 repetitions. Okay, take a couple breaths. Inhale and begin again. Second round done. That will definitely train your abdominal muscles, right? Your core, those lovely bandhas too. So great for your digestive system. All right, we have one more round as promised. Take a breath in. Okay, we're going to come up standing. So come on up. Do a couple things for the shoulders. So do find your breath there. Whew. If you come up too fast, always locate it, which I have a little bit of pressure. So we're going to place the fingertips to the shoulders. You can stand Tadasana mode here. So what's going to happen is you're going to bring the hands forward. That'll be your flexion and your extension as you open up, okay? So exhale, you're rounding, navel pulls in. Inhale, you're opening, lifting the chest, feeling movement in your spine. Exhale, we're rounding. Inhale, we're expanding. Exhale, we're contracting. Inhale, feel the chest lift. 3 more times. Last one. Then from here, we're just going to bring the arms forward, open and close without an extension. Open and close. So exhale as I come forward. Inhale as I go back. 3 more times. 2 more. 2 more. Keeping the fingertips here, we're going to round the shoulders, rotating down and dropping. Inhale, we come up through the body. Exhale, we drop down. Inhale, we expand up. Exhale, return. 3 more. 2. And last one. Great. Just shake out the hands for a second. Step your feet a little further distance apart for Bhujangasana. Fingertips come back to the shoulders. If you don't like the thumb back for your wrists, then place the hands, the fingertips to the clavicles instead. Okay, firm your feet, find your skull, breathe in, exhale, right elbow drops towards the right hip, wherever it's going to go, and inhale back to center, keeping your body in the front plane, skull pressing back. So exhale, you go into your lateral flexion. Inhale, feel the spine lengthen. Exhale, the other side. Let's keep that going. Exhale into the bend. No twisting your torso. Look directly ahead. Halfway down. Exhale to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. 2 more. Pull by yourself. Finish off either side. And then release the arms and shake it out. Walk the feet towards each other. Now we're going to just do a few things for the wrist. So interlace your fingers in the palm tree. Push the palms away from you. Hold it for a few breaths. And then now bring the palms toward you and try to pull the fingers apart as if you're going to do that, but you're going to stop yourself. And then push down. Keep pressing back through the skull. And then release the hands, make light fists, rotate your wrists 3 times in one direction. I know it feels so good. And you, of course, could do it longer if you want. One more time around here. All right. Now from here, I'm going to turn sideways so you can see this one. Still going to work with the shoulders, so I'm going to be in a lunge pose. So you're going to direct everything in the front plane, front knee over the ankle, hips and shoulders square. No funky chicken necks, as I usually say, right? Bend the right knee. So this is the movement forward and back. So inhale, I'm going to lift up. Exhale, I'm going to swing back. Inhale up. Exhale, swing back. 4 more. Feel the expansion as you lift the arms up. How far are you going to go back for your shoulders, and how far are you going to swing back as you go down, right? And last time here. Ooh, feel the hip flexors. Yes. And then just swing it up and step it up and release. Let's do the other side. The only difference in this side now is we're going to, when we bring the hands behind us, we're going to take the hands into a fist. Okay? Don't have to super grip, just get a little bit of movement in the rear part of your shoulders. So here we go. Inhale, we sweep up. Exhale, we swing back. Swing back. So I just changed the mode. Couple more. Oops, I forgot fist. Fist. Up. And sweep it forward. Okay. I believe we're on to our Surya Namaskar. So let's do our sun breath. Find your feet. Take a breath in. Inhaling. Exhale, sweeping up. Inhale, decide where you're looking. Release the neck. Exhale, super reach big time. Back into the heart. Inhale. Exhale up. Inhale, where's your drishti point? Make sure your neck is happy. Release it before you release your arms. Okay, one more without me talking. Back into the heart center. Since we all know the Surya Namaskar, we're going to go right into it. So coming to the front of your mat, take the breath in. Exhale, release your arms down. Inhale, come up into your extension. Exhale, down in your flexion. Find your range of motion here. Inhale, look a little bit ahead. Exhale, let your head be heavy. Remember, you can be higher up on the legs. Inhale. Exhale, let go of any tension. One more time. And release. Hands outside your feet. Right foot back into lunge. Squaring yourself to the front. Inhale, back leg raises. Exhale, we're lunging and tracking the left knee to the second toe, feeling the right hip flexor. Breath up. Exhale, keep your spine long, crown leading, no collapsing there. One more time, inhale. And exhale. From here, we soften through the knees. You can step the leg back, or of course, lower your knee, coming into your dog. Making sure the hands are shoulder width apart, feet are hip width apart, fingers are spread. And then go ahead and take your dog out for a walk. Alternating side to side, feeling the stretch come into the back body. And then inhale, raise up in the balls of the feet. Exhale, lower the heels. Keep your neck in neutral, don't look too far ahead. Inhale, look forward, step right foot back, followed by left into your plank pose. Shoulder blades down the back, core in. Remember your modifications, one knee down, both knees down, or down onto the forearms, okay? Breathe in, exhale, contract, and then inhale, come all the way down. Releasing the feet, positioning yourself for Bhujangasana, looking down, breathe in. Exhale, root and activate up. Inhale, find the rib cage, breathe in. Exhale down, don't forget about your glutes. Position the hands, press the hips up and back. You're into your dog again. Plug the arms in, scoop in the belly. Keep your neck in neutral. Inhale, look a little bit ahead. Up on the toes or down the knees, your choice. Right leg forward, lunge, please. Squaring your hips, getting everything in the right spot. Inhale, back leg ascends. Exhale, we descend the front, so we're feeling the crown of the head lead. Breath up. Exhale, party with the bandhas. Yes. Inhale. Exhale. Feel the hip flexor on the left though. Float left, bend right, left ahead, beside your right. Back into Padahastasana. Inhale, we raise our gaze. Exhale, we let our head be heavy. 2 more times. Following your breath. Last one. Float the hands to the hips, belly to the thighs. You're circling up towards the ceiling. Watch the position of your neck. Release. Exhale, namaste. Down to the heart center. Our other side. Breath in. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, long levers or support in the body as you need for your spine. Finding your spinal flexion here. Inhale, look a little bit. Exhale, release the head heavy. No tension in your neck. Inhale. Yes, the forward bend's very soothing to the nervous system. Should feel good. One more time. Inhale. Exhaling down. Hands outside the feet. Left foot back into lunge, please. Squaring your hips. Inhale, back leg raises up. And exhale, we lunge and track the right knee to the second toe as we feel our left hip flexor. 2 more toes. Crown and head lead. Wait. One more time. Step back, find your dog. This dog, you can either stay still or move with it. If you're moving, raise both heels away from the floor as you inhale. Exhale, lower the heels and feel the stretch, intensify calves and Achilles. Keep your neck neutral, breathing up. Exhale, lowering, arms plugged in. One more inhale. Exhale, hold. And then stepping your left leg back, followed by your right, and you're into your quadruped pose plank. Remember your variations if you need it. Take a breath in. Exhale, contract those bandhas, pull everything in. Inhale down to the mat. Releasing the feet, the shoulders, breathe in. Exhale, root and activate up. Use all the bandhas and the glutes as you come up. Find your drishti point, breathe in. Exhale, pull in the belly and return. Send those hips up and back for your dog. Posing. Inhale, look a little bit ahead, up on the toes or down the knees. Your left foot steps or help it forward, please, into Bhujangasana. Inhale, back leg ascends. Exhale, we descend the front, sort of feeling the right hip flexor. 2 more breaths. Last one. Float right, then left, right forward beside your left. Back into Bhujangasana. Inhale, we look a little bit ahead. Exhale, we release the head heavy. 2 more breaths. Last one. Float the hands to the hips, belly to the thighs. Sweep up to the ceiling, inhale. Exhale, namaste. Down to the heart center. Okay, so in our second salute today, we're going to be adding in a few poses. I know how you love that so much. So we're going to be adding in, now, you don't have any blocks at home, so I will show you alternative for support for Virabhadrasana 3. So we're going to come into, after Padahastasana, so after our forward bend, we're going to do Virabhadrasana 3 from the floor, and then into Virabhadrasana 1, so Warrior 3 into Warrior 1. And this is where I was mentioning that you don't have any props, so I'll show you what you can do instead, okay? I am definitely going to be slippery on this mat, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so after Padahastasana, so after doing our forward bend, we'll take our 1 breath inhale, and then exhale, we're going to come down. Okay? From there, this is where we're going to be floating our leg up, dorsiflexing the foot, walking the hands up to the thigh. So I could stay here with my hand on the thigh or the hips, or airplane mode. If you're okay for the full pose, then you're going to reach it out and dorsiflex. If you lose it like I did, go by Jim, your foot comes down. Okay? From Warrior 3, we're going to lower our foot down, and then we're going to root it into Warrior 1. So if you need to come into Warrior 1 sooner from Warrior 3, that's where you're going to go. Then from Warrior 1, we're simply going to lower the arms down, into lunge, wiggle the leg back, and take our 1 breath for our lunge, and then carry on for the rest of the salute. Okay, so that's our plan. I'm going to have to move this mat because I am a slippery person on that thing. Okay, we'll go for that this time. All right, let us begin at the front of the mat. Breath in. Exhale, release. Inhale up for a nice deep breath in. Exhale down to the earth. Stepping your right foot back. Getting ready and floating up into Virabhadrasana 3. Keep the hips square, dorsiflex the foot, reach in the arms. Remember your modifications out to the side, to the leg, or to the hip, okay? And there, inhale and exhale, lower the foot down. into Virabhadrasana 1. From Virabhadrasana 1, we're going to come down, raise the heel, step the leg back, so you're into your lunge pose. Inhale, 1 breath. Exhale, we track it. Soften through the front, step back, find your dog. Feet stepping back, come forward in a plank. How nice when you're not slipping on your mat, nice, eh? Breathe in, exhale, contract. Inhale, down we go. Positioning yourself for your extension, coming up into your articulation, breathing in, all the way down we go. Dig the toes, send the hips up and back, walk into dog. Pause for a few breaths. Step or assist, right leg forward into lunge. Inhale, back leg raises. Exhale, we lunge and track. Float, left bend, right, left, forward, beside your right. Back into Padahastasana. Inhale, 1 breath. Exhale, we release. Hands to the hips, sweep up to the ceiling, inhale. Exhale, stay. Down to the heart. Other side, breathe in. Exhale, release. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale down to the earth. 1 breath. Inhale, look ahead. Exhale, release. Left foot goes back, preparing yourself for Virabhadrasana 3. Flexing that front knee, floating up. Squaring the hips. Finding your position. Options. Virabhadrasana 3 lowers down into Virabhadrasana 1. Everything's still in the front plane. If this bothers your shoulders here, remember you can go here, here, or here. Tracking that front knee. If you're looking up, release the neck. Float the arms down. Step the right foot back in a low lunge. Take your 1 breath, inhale. And exhale. Soften through, step back, find your dog. Breathe. Left foot back, followed by right. Come forward into your quadruped pose. Elbow creases smiling at each other. Don't let your hips drop down. Breathe in. Exhale, contract. Inhale, all the way down we go. Position yourself for Bhujangasana. Root, activate, release the shoulders, and exhale, we come up, articulate, nose, back up into spinal extension. Breathe up into the chest. Exhale, fire up your gut, pull everything in. Inhale, down. Dig the toes, send those hips up and back. Walk in for your dog, hanging out. Inhale, look a smidge ahead, left foot forward. Lunge, Bhujangasana. Squaring yourself to the front. Inhale, back leg raises. And then exhale, we lunge and track. 2 more times. Inhale. Oh, sorry, that was the last time. No extra hip flexor for you. Stretch, right foot forward. Back into Padahastasana. Inhale, we look ahead. Exhale, we release. Hands to the hips. Sweep up to the ceiling, inhale. Exhale, namaste. And as we come to the heart, this is where we're going to pause for a couple breaths. Eyes can be open or closed. Inhale, let your eyes open. Exhale, release your arms. So next we're going to be doing a Vinyasa standing. And what we're going to be doing is angle pose into triangle pose, because you know I love that combo. Then we're going to, that's in the side plane, then we're going to come forward into the forward plane and do chest to leg extension, first Uttanasana, and then we'll go step into Padahastasana. So we're going to do 4 poses. I'm not sure, this will click off pretty quick here. So I'll start to demo and then we'll see how it goes. So what's going to happen, our feet are going to be wide, front foot forward, angling so the front heel's in line with the inner arm. Either looking up, straight ahead, or downward. Make sure the front knee isn't locked. You got a little micro bend there. And you can feel that still stretching to the side. Okay? You don't have to touch the floor. Not necessary. So if you're looking up, release the gaze. Hand that's in the air, bring it to your hip. Bring your front hand to the thigh. And come up in the side plane, which is the important part. Now we need to step this back leg forward. So we're in the front plane now. Hips and ribs facing forward. Then exhale, you're going to hinge with a flat back as you come down for Bhujangasana. Making your adjustments. So if you're not happy touching the floor, remember you can have your hands to the shin bone or to the thigh or stay up on the hips. We want the hips square. If your heel doesn't touch the floor or you feel compression when you flex, then allow it to lift. Let your head be heavy, chin not jammed into the throat. Relax your shoulders and breathe. Should feel good. Purpose of the stretch, right, is spinal flexion. Secondary stretch is your hamstring and maybe your calf muscles there. Breathing in and out through the nose. Soften through the front knee and step ahead. So now we're into Padahastasana. Relax the shoulders, take a few breaths. Let your eyes open. Place the hands to the thighs so you drop down through your hips. Use those quads and come up. Shake everything up. Okay. I'm going to face the wall, so I'll be facing the camera, but you can turn around, whatever. Okay, so get your stance again, second side. The party continues. So turn your foot towards the front of your mat or to the wall if you're at the wall. Front heel in line with the inner arch of your back foot slightly angled. Got to get everything in the right spot, the most important thing, right? So use your front hand to direct the knee to the second toe. Back in on the hip and turn your shoulders into the side plane. So you can feel the skull pressing back, your chest opening towards the side of the mat. Now you're going to breathe in, lift the front rib cage. Exhale, hinge over. Option to keep the hand to the thigh or drop to the elbow. But we don't want those hips going out, right? So let's move the bottom ribs forward, top ribs back, open into the side plane, skull presses back. Nice. From there, take your hand from the hip. Sweep towards the floor, inhale. Exhale in the Bhujangasana. Now, if you have shoulder issues, the arm over the ear may not work, right? So you might have to have that arm more forward in the body. And make sure that front knee is tracking to the second toe. It's not heading off to your big toe side. And then reach through the fingers so you can feel that elongation through the side body with your lateral flexion. Firm your feet, right? Where's the bondage? Contract with every exhalation. Where are you looking? Upward, straight ahead, or towards the floor. Now, if I'm looking up, I'll release my neck before Trikonasana. Then I float my arm up, lengthen my front leg and my arm, only going where I'm happy to go. So remember, I could stay up higher. If this bothers my shoulder, I could rest my arm or my hand onto the hip. Okay, so do listen to your body. You know what I say, that yoga is not a torture chamber, right? It's a good time. And of course, you decide for your neck, right? From here, we're going to inhale. If I'm looking up, I'll release my neck. Arm that's in the air to the hip. Bend the front knee and put the hand on the thigh as you come up. Now remember, we have to come to the front plane. So we're going to pick that back leg up. Pivot and turn. Get yourself square. Most important thing that you get there. Then you hinge over for Bhujangasana. And adjust the leg. Where are you going to go? Relax the shoulders. Breathe and easy. Onto the shin, knee, or hips. You can always change your mind when you're practicing. You're not stuck in the one variation. If you're more flexible, that's great, but your chin should not be jammed into your throat. So feel the neck free. That's delightful. Now look a little bit ahead and then step forward into Padahastasana. I'm going to drop your seat down a little bit. Hands to the thighs. And we're going to use those quads as we come up and shake it out. Awesome. Next, we're going to do chair pose next. Chair pose. You don't want to be out like this, right? So you want to lengthen your low back, engage your core, and sit down and feel your quads. So let's just do that. Feel your quads. No sunshine, girls. Release the shoulders, hands just resting on the thighs. That's it. Then we float up from the chest. So our wrists are in line with our shoulders, palms are looking at each other. From that point, you decide how far do you want to flex the shoulders. Now I can sit deeper, but I don't want to lose control in the pose, right? If your knees are going far over your toes, pick your toes up here initially and drop some weight into your heels, and then feel the difference in the quadriceps. Whoa, wouldn't it be good to hold that for 20 minutes? Inhale, come up, exhale, release down. I think we should do that one more time. Breathe in. Exhale, we're going to just sweep right up into the pose. Drop the shoulders, engage the core, feel your quads. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sweep down. Shake it up. Okay. Hard to believe, but we're done standing. We're going to come down and we're going to do Sarpasana in Ardha half a serpent pose. Now, if you need a blanket to put above your pubis, for those of you who have an extension, go ahead. Dorsiflex if you need it, wider if you need it for your back, otherwise hip width, toes plantar flexed. I just nuzzle into the mat, stretch my arms out, drop the shoulders down, I'm looking straight down. Take a breath in. Exhale, raise right arm and left leg in the chest. And then inhale, you go back down. Exhale, the other side. Inhale, return. So we're activating the bandhas, the glutes as we practice. Exhale up, stretch through the fingers and toes, return, and again. And last one. Okay. Now we're going to do the full pose. So take a breath in. Exhale, fire up the bandhas. Raise the arms and the legs. Watch the neck. You're not looking too far ahead. Hold it here for 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale down. Slide back. Send yourself back either for Pranattanasana, child pose in the front, forehead to the mat, or Dharmikasana with your hands to the feet, forehead to the mat. If your forehead doesn't touch the mat, remember take a blanket. Fill in the space. Okay? So pause there for a few breaths. That's super nice. Oh, that's good. Just notice the body as you're taking a few breaths here. How are you feeling? Last 2 breaths. Breathing in and breathing out. Feeling the length of your spine. One more time. Exhaling out. If your hands are in the back plane, inhale, bring them forward, exhale, root. Then everybody inhale, look ahead, walk your hands back up. So we're coming into 4 points for cat. So if you need a blanket under your knees, add that now. And make sure you have room behind you so you're not going to kick your wall. Roll the mat back again. And we were talking about that in the previous class. You can help yourself out there. So our cat pose. So the first thing we're going to do is just take the leg back, press the heel back to target the calf. Couple breaths, and then tap the foot. Bring it in. Left leg back, square your hips. Press back with that heel, getting that calf stretch, which feels so good. And release, and tap your foot. Foot tap. All right, we're going to do 3 regular cats, Bhujangasana. You know this one? I'll just go with you. Take a breath in to prepare. Exhale, descend the tailbone, scoop all the organs in and up. The head is heavy, chin's not touching the chest. Now start from your tailbone, inhale, slowly articulate through, pulling the collarbones forward and just looking slightly ahead. Exhale, we're rounding, tailbone descends, organs scoop in, head is heavy. Inhale, start from your tail, slowly articulate through, pulling the chest forward, finding your drishti point. One more time on your own time. All right. From here, we're going to work in opposition. So we're going to be doing a one-leg cat. So take the leg back. So you're going to take a breath in. We'll raise the leg, then exhale. The knee's going to come in as you round into your flexion. Then inhale, reach for the toes and lift the chest. We have 5 more reps. Exhale. Inhale. Try to keep your arms equal. Inhale, expand on the extension. Exhale, round on the flexion. 2 more, please. Remember, the chin isn't pressing into the chest. Final one. And then release the leg down. You might like to move your hands a little bit. Release them. Left leg back, square your hips. Inhale, raise the leg. Exhale, round into flexion. Chin does not have to touch the leg. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract and round, flexing. Inhale, lift the collarbones up and through. Rounding on the flexion. Inhale, stretch through the toes. 3 more repetitions. Nice long spine. Where's that belly? When you're bringing the leg in, contract those bandhas. 1 more. Up, down, and rest. You might just want to release those hands for a second, shake them out. I call this playing the piano with the fingers. So go ahead, play the piano. Upside down. So fun. You could just shake it out too. Okay, from here we're going to go into our upward leg wall stretch. Today we're going to be doing this with a blanket or 2, since you don't have blocks at home. So if you have blankets, and I like to stack them in opposition. So this is going to help to lift my hips up. Normally you don't need a blanket under your head because you're inverted, right? Okay. So I like to use the wall to come into it. I have no idea if my blankets are going to be in the right spot. I'm just going to guess today. Oh, I'm going to guess. Here we go. Guessing might be good, might not be good. So close. Have to move it a little bit, so you want to get into your nice nuzzling there. And make sure you're not strangling yourself with any stuff, and your neck's in neutral. You got your hips square. Even that feels good. Oh, I tell you. Don't turn your head to the side when you're in this pose. I'm just showing you now. Don't do this. So you're going to breathe in. Exhale, float your legs up. We're basically just keeping ankles over knees over hips, and your arms are passive. Oh, that's so good. And breathe. So remember, the versions that we do are making you prettier, handsomer, smarter, and younger. What else would you want? Great for your circulatory, cardiovascular, lymphatic systems. Just notice your breath. In and up through the nose, calmly in and calmly out. That's our Jai Pranayama. The exhalation is a little bit louder than your inhalation. They say in yoga it's like putting a seashell to your ear as you hear the sound of the sea on your exhalation. Or it's like the wind blowing through the trees. I could stay here for half an hour, but we're on a video. How nice would that be? If your legs start to fall asleep at all, what you can simply do is bring your feet back to the wall and stay in this position. If that doesn't work, then you remove your blankets, okay? Let's try a few more breaths. You could certainly pause the video, stay here longer, right? Definitely. I would do that if I were you. All right. We're going to come up. Bringing the feet back to the wall. So root yourself in the wall, get a hold of your blankets, pull them out, and then lower the buttocks back down to the mat. Lengthen your neck and just pause here. Let your low back release in case you felt any tension. And just breathing calmly again. Gas relieving pose. Let's do it. Bring the legs in. You can either hold the shin bone or the back of the thigh. Whatever you like. You can have the knees touching or not. Doesn't matter. As long as you're comfortable. Pause. If there's any concerns with your neck, place one hand behind your head as we do the flexion. Okay, so look like this. So you breathe in. Exhale, you come up. Hold it for 3 breaths. You could also have 2 hands or no hands. And back down. And then just remain here. A couple breaths again. Try to relax your shoulders, no tension. A few little rocks if you like a rockin' and rollin'. Always feels good to me. Roll over to the side. Push yourself up. Good job. Okay. All right. It says we're going to do a chest opener. So if you happen to have a poo noodle at home, you could use a poo noodle. But I'm saying that you don't have one. So you may need a blanket for your head. I just don't happen to need one. And then your other blanket, you're going to roll it out and make your little prop. For example, if I roll it super tight, that's a bigger back bend, right? If I just fold it loosely, it's less extreme. So you make the choice. So let's say I like this one. And you want to make sure you have room for your legs. As you lay over the prop, the blanket, you want your shoulders down, adjust your tush, bring your legs out. And then your arms are out to the side. Passive. Or I'll show you a few variations in a second. But I want to mention about the low back. If you feel tension in your back, so what you can do at home is take 2 blankets, put them together, or use a pillow, and then fold this in half and make yourself a little mini bolster. Ah, things are good now. Then you come down. I'm just telling you, they're going to be good. I'm liking this already. Now, my arms could be like this. I could have my arms in cowboy surrender, but if your arms are up like this, don't do cowboy surrender. You're not going to release, right? Those of you with more back bend capacity, you can fold your arms and open the chest more, or extend your arms, or do palm tree. So let's say I like this one. Okay, and I'm just letting my legs flop out there, closing my eyes, focusing my breath up and towards the collarbones. Breathing in and out. Awesome. Keep breathing. Breathe up and towards the upper chest. And on the exhalation, just let the exhalation take care of itself. So abdominals contract, the rib goes down, ribs go down, chest descends. So breathe up into the collarbones, which is called our clavicular breathing, right? Let go with every exhalation. Here for another minute. And you can pause the recording and stay way longer if you like. Now, if your arms are somewhere over your head, bring them closer to the side body. You can kind of squish your blanket out of the way just to release your shoulders. And then flex your knees, one foot at a time, placing your feet to the floor. A few breaths here. And then we need to roll over to the side you like to roll to. Pull that blanket out of your way. And come on back down. It's true. Just releasing any tension. So this is where if you need to put a blanket under your head here, you can go ahead and place that there. Just pause and construct a breath for a few breaths. And then we're going to be bringing our legs together, moving more over to the left side of the mat, keeping your hips stacked, dropping over to our spinal twist, using our spider fingers to get both shoulder blades equal, palms facing upward. Now, if you need to take that blanket across, you could fold it and put it under your knees to give you additional support there. Okay? Remember, your legs don't have to touch the floor. And then you look to the left in opposition from the legs. Feeling both your shoulder blades down, neck is happy. Take a few breaths. Purpose of the stretch is the spinal twist, but the secondary stretch is your hip. Ready? Hip out. We're going to spider the fingers, release the neck, activate the adductors and bring your legs up. Once you come up, you're out of whack, right? So readjust yourself. Walk over more to the right to rest more on the left greater throat canter. Use your spiders to get both your shoulder blades down, palms facing up. And then when you're ready, inhale and exhale, looking towards the right. Feeling the stretch, lengthening. Oh, so good. Remember, all the twist movement comes from your thoracic spine, right? That's why I want to keep our hips stacked. So so we're not displacing